if you're like my buddy and me and you like hiking and you'd like to check out each state in the country from the highest point possible, then highpointers.org might be your site. Highpointers.org is the official website for the High Pointers Club. The High Pointers Club is a group of people who make it their mission to climb the highest point in each state. And this website has a lot of useful information for that. It has, of course, information about the club and events that they're doing in this year and in past years. And I just want to take you over here to these quick links, and in particular the High Pointers Guide. And this will take you to a listing of all the high points themselves. You can see here a map with a star indicating each of the high points in each of the states. And down below that are the states themselves and that particular high point for that state and the elevation of that high point. And we'll go check out here Borer Peak in Idaho, a high point that my friend and I recently climbed. And what this will do is it'll take you to summitpost.org. And for each one of these high points, when you click on that particular link, it'll take you into the information for that high point. As you can see here, it's got the latitude and longitude of that particular high point, the elevation, who created the information for this page. And I'll just go through some of these features here real quick in case you ever want to climb a particular summit in the high point in a particular state. You first have a section, of course, an overview of that particular high point, which will give you, just as it says, a basic idea of what the high point is like. Also, below that, you'll have getting there, information for driving or locating that particular high point. Red tape, if there's any particular permits or fees that are associated with that high point. And when to climb. Of course, it's important to know what time of the year to climb the high point, and it's not always like you think summer. Sometimes winter, like with Guadalupe Peak in Texas, is the optimal time to climb it. Camping information and other information such as mountain conditions, weather conditions that you might face, the geology of that particular high point. And of course, down below you have feedback from people who've actually climbed it, so that's some interesting information as well. But one thing I want to show you here off to the side, you'll see information, not always, but oftentimes for routes or trails that you can take to get to the summit of that high point. And we'll check out here Southwest Chicken Out Ridge Trail, which is the main trail for or the easiest trail, I should say, for Borer Peak. And this is the information for that particular trail. It'll tell you things like the route type, this one in particular is a hike, plus it's a scramble up the rocks on Chicken Out Ridge. It'll tell you how long it would take, most of a day for this one. The difficulty of that trail, which is important information, especially for people who understand the different classes of difficulty for trails, this one being a 3 and a 4. And here has some more information in the overview. They were nice enough to give you a map with a photograph of the trail marked out to the summit. And it tells you here that the route is elevation gain of 5,200 feet in less than 3.5 miles. So yeah, this one's a tougher one. I think this is the 6th hardest high point in the nation. And here's some topographic map detail of that trailhead, and the trail to Borer Peak. So this is some great information. As you can see, a route description, what kind of gear to take with you in case you might need ropes or crampons for climbing on snow or glaciers during the winter. Most high points don't require that, but in case you would need that, that would be very important information to know before you start it out. But this is a great website, as I said, and check it out if you like climbing like we do and just want to see the scenery and from the highest point in each state. This is just some great information.